two, three. Okay, I'm live, I guess. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy to everyone. Ooh, it's on YouTube. Wow, it is. Oh, hey. Hi, Evelyn. I am so not used to this. How are you doing? I need to get used to this. No matter what I do, my even though my eyesight's better, I still got to have glasses and they shine. How are you today? Where does it tell you? How can you bring somebody on? Oh, invite. I'm good. I am good. It rained today and the wind blew like crazy, so I wasn't able to get out on some videos. And a video about pink roses. I'll have to do one about yellow roses too. I don't know anything about this. I know nothing. Okay. Invite. Oh, you can copy this. Okay, copy that. And then I should be able to put it in here. Paste. See if that will work. Click on that. Make you blue. Excuse me. Make you blue, so I seen how Echo and them did that to it did here too. It rained like crazy. Oh, it blew like crazy. We got light rain, but it blew. Can you click on it and come on here with me? It's so hard to talk to a comment. Can you? I have no idea. I'm just practicing. I kind of tried to wait till everyone else's live was over tonight and practice this a little bit. Standard definition, you have general, camera, audio, virtual background, hotkeys, layouts is new. Let's see what layouts do. Oh, see, you can do layouts, define your solo layout, crop solo layout to show background image. Oh, you can put a background in an image in the background. spotlight layout. Okay, those are all. Let's see what that does. Oh, I see, I guess. Okay. Okay, I hope it works. Edit layout. Oh, look at that. Cancel. You can add an item. Dynamic camera grid, camera slot, media slot. A single media slot. This slot can display items from the present menu, such as slides, screen shares, and videos. A maximum of 1 per layout. Oh, okay. This will take some getting used to. This will really take some getting used to. Mute, present, invite. That's all like banners. What's banners? This is an example of a banner. Click on a banner to show it on the screen. Summarize your talking points and display calls to, oh, okay, we're going to create a banner. Scroll across bottom ticker. Oh, you can add 1,000. Let's add. Enter a banter. Okay. Howdy. I was going to put Al's Creation Studio. Living with Val. Okay. Now, is it going to work? Add banner. Ticker. Show. Ticker. Okay. Oops. 3 banners. Oops. Oh, now I can't get back to chat. Oh, comments. Brand. Show displayed names. Logo. Oh, I got to upgrade for that. Well, I'm not going to upgrade yet. Let's go back to comments. There's 2 people in here. Oh, let's see. How do I pin that to the top, though? Okay, let's do that. Pin message. Okay. Look, check it out. Woo! I hope it works. Who's in here? Someone say something. There's 3 in here. Say something. Come on. Help me out here. I don't know. Okay, I put the thing up there. Hi, Noli. You want to come up here, Noli? You want to see the peoples, Noli? You want to see the peoples? You want to get up there in the middle of the whole thing, huh? Come on, Nola girl. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nola girl. Oh, what do you see? Look, look right there. Look, wait, wait, wait. Look, right here. Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? Huh? We're waiting on Evelyn to change rooms and put her teeth in. Yeah, we are. Oh, my Nola girl. I love a Nola girl. There you go. I was going to show. I thought I made these today or the other day, and they are, I hope that's not too bright. Can you see it? These are coasters that I made out of wood scraps. I make a lot of signs out of wood scraps. There we go. This one says be happy. This one says inspire and cherish. I am terrible at this. Inspire and cherish. These are just coasters you can put outside. They've been painted with paint that will keep the water and keep them good. Enjoy today. Believe and dream. So there are 4 coasters, and they're not all exactly 4 coasters. Very sturdy, great for outside. I've got some other signs, but if I can get used to this live, I can show. Oh, Evelyn, hi. Hi. Add to the stage. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Patches
Let's,
Diane.
huh?
I
Oh,
have a dog who's wanting to be part of the conversation.
that's okay. Jazzy would do it too. She'd want to talk, talk, talk. What kind of dog do you
She's I have two. I have a American Staffordshire Terrier, full blood, and then I have one that's a pit bull. She's half pit bull, half fence jumper.
have? Oh, fence jump. She jumps all fences.
No, her mama was a blue pit, and
Okay.
they don't know what the daddy was.
Oh, okay. She a good dog?
She's a really good dog.
Yeah, mom and dad had a real good dog. She was chow and pit mix, Holly, and she was a really good dog.
They are amazing dogs. I love my well, my full blood pit is a good girl. She's a really good girl.
I miss my German Shepherd. I had a German Shepherd, and he had Rottweiler in him, Blue Heeler, and German Shepherd. So he was a good
Oh
dog.
wow,
Yeah,
that's a
he
good combination.
yeah, they made a good dog. Really good. His mom looked like the Rottweiler, but then his dad was a big red, long-haired red German Shepherd. He was my best friend. He's been gone though for a while.
Oh
Yeah. So I have the
yeah, I
Jack.
lost my the one who was my quote unquote, I guess you call it soulmate dog. We lost him to cancer right before we moved to New Mexico,
Oh, that's sad.
and then I had another little that was a little one. That one was a he was a white lab, and then I had one that we called him the little black butthole. He was half Chihuahua and half Pekingese, and thought he was 10 foot tall and bulletproof.
I
He
had
didn't care if it was a pit bull. He didn't care what it was. He would chase it down the street and corner it and try to attack it.
I had a
And I actually
uh,
lost him. I was at the 10 Killer meetup last year.
oh
And that Sunday morning, he had a seizure
oh my
and
god.
died in my son's arms. And I was in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's sad. I had a little
It
chihuahua
was,
like that too. They think they are 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Crazy. They're
oh,
very
yes.
active though.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And forgive my appearance. I've been cleaning the house all day
Yeah, I
or
just
trying to.
I cleaned house too because I couldn't work outside. Did it rain up there where you are?
It rained probably till about 10 o'clock. And then it would sprinkle every great once in a while, but the rest of the time the wind just blew like crazy.
Oh, that's one thing about New Mexico. The wind blows. And they say Chicago's the windy city. I don't believe them.
Oh, it's not near as bad as it is in Odessa, or at least not here. Now, where you are, it may be because you're more down on a flat plain, but
Yeah, you're up on the mountain,
well, I'm in between.
close to the mountain, close to
Oh yeah,
trees.
I'm maybe 5 miles from the base of the mountain.
Oh, okay. I used to go up right, you know how you go into Alamogordo and you head
Mm-hmm.
towards the north and you go up the mountain towards Cloudcroft, that little
Uh-huh.
town right there. That's where my cafe was.
So at High Rolls.
Yeah, High Roads. That's what it is.
Okay.
I couldn't remember. So,
Okay.
and me and the a guy from high school, he was 1 year ahead of me. We had that there. He had it
How
longer,
long
and then I
ago?
joined in.
How long ago was that?
Um, it was back right after Mom passed, so it was 2016.
Okay.
So
Then you probably do know the girl that I was working with her horse.
I didn't know very many people, though. I really didn't.
Well, her dad is a real estate agent in High Rolls,
Oh well, um, gosh, I
and
can't.
she owns an RV park here.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I didn't know very many people. I wasn't up there as long as he was.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Now, where I live is
together,
do what?
we went to high school together, but he recently passed from diabetes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I know her and her family's originally from TRC. Well, they've lived all over New Mexico, but I think started out in She started out, I think, in no, maybe Artesia. I think she started out in Artesia, and then they moved to TRC. That's where she graduated high school, and then they moved here.
So they didn't treat their horse very well, huh?
She don't treat her tenants very well either.
There's a lot of
She
people.
was actually my landlord, and I had become friends with her. But I had been warned about her. We were living in an RV to start off with for the first almost year. And there's only two houses on the property. And hers is a built house. And then she had a double wide or a single wide with an add on the back of it, on the back of the property. And those are the only two homes. The rest of it's RV spaces. Excuse me. And everybody kept telling me, watch her, watch her, watch her, watch her. Because if she can't use you or figure out how to manipulate you, then she will do her best to get rid of you. And she played their song note for note.
Well, they know. People know.
And what really ended it was she was acting. I had a doctor's appointment in Santa Fe, and she took me. And we were coming back, and she drives like you know what. And we were coming back through Duran, and it's a little bitty tiny town, and there's a really sharp curve right before you go over railroad track. And I can't even tell you how fast she was going, but she lost control of the pickup and ran a woman off the road. And I'm like, Crystal, aren't you even going to stop her? Ha 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 ha! And she just kept on driving, and I'm thinking, oh my Lord, here we go. And we get in between Carrizozo and Thule, and she gets pulled over by an I'm sure an unmarked clocked her, and then a mark pulled her over. And I'm thinking, okay, this lady called ahead. That's exactly what's taking place here. This woman's called ahead and told them what happened, and now she's busted.
Yeah.
And she tried to get me to lie for her in court, and I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't
my
either.
son's father, well, I've already told you, my son's father is a deputy sheriff in Midland. I'm not lying for you in court, lady. I don't care who you are.
In Midland, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's actually, we were talking about the safety sticks the other day. He's actually the instructor for the Midland County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, right now he's fighting cancer. So.
Oh. Wow. Tell him to go on the carnivore.
Well, I don't know what all he's doing. He's cut sugar out. And instead of doing chemo, he's doing the new protocols that are out to see how those work. So I haven't talked to him in about a month to see how it's going. But the one he was on, or that he was telling me about, he was fixing to start, was so intense that he goes in on Monday for an infusion and then has to go in on Tuesday so they can flush his body.
Wow. Well, there's
I don't know
of a guy that was given less than 90 days to live. He had stage 4 cancer of something. I would have to look it up, but he went on the carnivore, and it's been 9 months, almost a year, and he's doing great. And because
we have a cancer cure right outside our door. Did you know that?
Where?
Creosote.
Creosote? I've heard of that. What is it?
Greasewood.
Greasewood. The stuff.
The greasewood bushes.
Chimney?
Yes.
Okay, I got a lot. Okay.
Okay, we have. I don't know if you have them there. I know we have them here. We have creosote bushes or greasewood bushes. Is what we call them.
Everywhere.
Yeah. You take the leaf. You can only harvest it. You can't harvest it when it's blooming, and you can't harvest it when it's seeding. But as long as it doesn't have the blooms or the seeds on it, you can harvest it. And you take the leaves and you make a tea out of it.
Huh, that's interesting.
And it works. Believe it or not, it works.
Well, why hasn't your husband tried it?
We talked about it, and he said if this doesn't work, he'll let me know. And I said, let me know, because I know how to make it, and I'll make it and bring it to you. Which, I mean, they have greasewood there. He could go out and get it and make it himself. So, but I'll make the first batch for him and teach him how.
Well, I would do it if it works. Try it at least.
It works. My ex-husband, now my son's dad and I, we were never married. So, but I've been married once, and he and I got a divorce, and he actually had colon polyps at one point in time. And my daddy made the tea for him. He drank the tea. We went to a different doctor because the first doctor wouldn't knock him out. And we went to my dad's doctor the second time, and he knocked him out. And when he came out of surgery, he looked at Todd and he said, "You've been drinking miner's tea, haven't you?" And Todd looked at him and said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "You're clean as a whistle. There's nothing in there."
Good.
And he was like, "Okay, good."
That's good. That's great to hear. I didn't know that. Is that the one with it gets a bunch of seeds on it?
No, the seeds look like little white tiny cotton balls.
Okay, I'll have to, we might not have too many of them down here.
It's the one bush that stays green during the wintertime. And it's a dark green.
Okay, I don't think we don't have any on the 5 acres, I don't think. We have
Okay.
bushes that grow. We have the mesquites, and
I'm trying to remember. I can't. I've
Arizona.
been through Deming so many times it's not even funny. But I'm trying to remember whether or not I've actually seen greasewood there.
I know I've seen it in Arizona,
Yes, they have it in Arizona.
everywhere in Arizona.
Yes, yes. So you may not have it there.
No, I'd probably have to go up near Silver. I bet it starts growing. I would have to look. I would have to look it up and then really go look. Like go up into the Floridas and stuff and really look. Because there's a couple
Right.
bushes that grow here that, oh my gosh, they just, grow, grow, grow.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're not the greasewoods, I don't think. I know Tucson has a lot of greasewoods.
Yes, they do. They do. And I know they have them like around Phoenix and Scottsdale and up through there.
Yeah, big time through there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
And
them?
it's big time here too.
You have them in Tularosa?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
I have one growing outside my fence. A baby one.
You'll have to take a picture of it and send it to me and show me.
Okay. I can do that. I'll take a picture tomorrow.
Because I wonder if they kind of vary from. I
My
don't know.
dad said he thought they might, but he wasn't real sure.
Because I remember them big time in Arizona. I haven't really seen, but there's some bushes around here that I've never seen that grow that I've been cutting off the fence.
Like a vine or?
They're just, and they're real easy to tear, because they stay kind of looking green, but they don't get much water. We've been in a drought, so when you pull them off the fence, they break real easy.
Right.
So, and they have the little green leaves, but I would know if they were the same as the ones I seen in Arizona. And they're not. And then there's this other kind that get tons of seeds on it. It's not a complete round, but like a straight and round, about that big. Tons of seeds on it. I'd have to show you that. And I was
Yeah,
wondering,
take a picture for me.
yeah, because you probably know what they are.
Maybe not.
Well, I've been cutting them down. They grow like crazy on the fence and then they get real brittle. They come down pretty easy, but they're alive. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely take a picture for me because that sounds interesting.
I've never seen them before until I started cutting them down. Well, I knew they were there, but cutting them down was easy. And then the yuccas, I don't know even how to trim the yuccas. Y'all have yuccas, don't you, up there?
Yes. Well, not really. It's almost, but I'm right next to the military base too. So there's a lot that's been wiped out, and you'll see them once we start heading north. There's yucca trees once we get. It's almost like you have to get past the base, and then there's yucca trees for maybe 5 or 6 miles, and then they turn into Joshua trees.
Oh, I'd rather have the Joshuas. 'Cause
I
I don't,
know, I would too. And why we don't have them right here and we have them there, I don't know, but it's strange to me. But
because I don't know how to trim these yuccas. You know how they get all old and dead looking going down the side. I mean, I've got two that are really, really old. How do I trim those?
mhm, I have no idea.
And I've
That's
looked
one thing we didn't. We had yuccas in West Texas, but it was the ground yuccas. They never grew
yeah,
tall.
they grow like that's the only videos I can find too is how on those, but not the ones that we have. Can't
There's
find
got to be
trim off that old dead stuff that's just going down the side of them. And what's under there?
right. Maybe talk to your agriculture department there.
I could, I
Maybe they know somebody who can trim them or tell you how to trim them. Or
yeah, they have a YouTube channel. I talked to them on there because they're trying. The ground here is it's going to be take a chore. It's going to be a chore to turn it into pasture. You know what I mean?
right,
It's so sandy. I mean, it's good ground once you get stuff on it and grow. Like I need to grow a cover crop. It's
hmm,
really good soil, but it sits. That's why we get those dust storms so bad.
right, right. There's really good soil here too, but it's so gum hard.
Yeah. If you can get out there after it rains and you can get some compost on it and you know what I mean, it turns into really good soil. So,
Oh yeah,
but I
oh yeah.
can
Well, my go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can get a hold of the agriculture people. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that would be my first thought. Would be to contact them first and see what they had to say.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, our soil's so good here that the ex landlord and I decided we were going to do a garden last year. And she says, "Oh, we need to get all of this. We need to get peat moss and we need to get this and we need to get that." And I said, "Girl, we have the perfect fertilizer standing right over there in those stalls.
Yeah.
We have the perfect fertilizer producers right there." I said, "All we've got to do is haul horse poop for a couple of months and just spread it out over wherever we want to put the garden, till it in, let it set for about 3 weeks so we can let the heat come out of the manure." I said, "And then plant the garden. We'll be fine." And we planted a garden, and of course, her and I got off speaking terms about that time. But that garden grew like crazy. And that was a horse lot for 10 years, and we planted a garden on top of it.
Yeah, horse manure will soften the dirt.
Yes,
Yeah, when
yes. And
I'm
it fertilized so well, it wasn't even funny.
I
And
should
she's
go
like, "Oh,
next
we need to
door.
put Miracle Grow. We need to." I said, "No, we don't. That horse manure
It's
will
good.
be plenty. Trust me. Trust me, it's enough."
Yeah, I should get some from my neighbor. Sherry says, I think Cloudcroft looks beautiful. I looked around there a couple of years ago. Sherry Richardson.
Oh, okay.
Cloudcroft
I can't see chat for some reason.
on can you see the StreamYard or the YouTube? See, I know nothing about this.
Mm-mm. Now I'd have to go get my tablet, I think, maybe, and sign on it to see chat. I can't remember how I did it last time. It's been too long because I've never actually gone live myself. I've just gone on with others like I'm doing with you. Patches
Well,
Diane, quit
Cloud
being nosy.
have you been to Cloudcroft? Cloudcroft is beautiful. Have you
Oh,
been
I
up there?
love Cloudcroft. Yes.
It's gorgeous.
That's when I would have preferred to live up there. But when we got here, I was watching the housing market. I was looking at property. And I thought, you know what? Let's be smart. And I went down to an RV place and I said, hey, these are my plans. I don't really want to purchase this RV. I just want to lease it because I'd like to get there so I'm there and can look at property. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So I leased the RV. We came down here. I got here a month too late. The market skyrocketed a month before we could get here.
Wow.
So we've been running ever since.
Yeah. I hope prices go down. I hope they get Biden out of there. I'm sorry if that hurts anybody's feelings, but
Not hurting my feelings. So,
oh my gosh, I just can't. Oh, prices have gone crazy.
yes, they have. They're insane.
And there's just crazy. That's crazy. But
Yep.
you know that old red barn that when you're going through high rolls?
The Apple Barn.
Yes. Oh, I miss that place. I love that place. I went and looked at that place all the time when I
It's
was.
still open.
Yeah, I need to go up there again. I just love that place. It's really neat. You can find a lot of neat
I've
stuff
actually not been in it, to be honest with you.
at all. Oh my gosh,
Mm-mm.
you'll just love it. If you ever go up there, go in there. It is a neat place.
I need to. I need to go in there when the cherry festival's on because they make cherry cider, homemade cherry cider. So I need to go up there then. I just haven't done it yet.
Wow, I wish I lived closer.
It's gorgeous.
It is. I remember, and it snows, but it's
Hmm.
expensive to live up there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Did you ever go up to Ruidosa?
I used to when I was little. Papa would take us kids up there, and he'd race horses. Long years.
Okay. I was going to tell you, after you leave Alamo and you're heading towards Ruidosa, where the highway takes the curve in that little town, that's Tularosa.
Okay. Okay. It's been a
And the
long.
street that I live off of is right before you get to that curve.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm picking you up in April, and we're going on
I'm
a
so
road.
excited. I cannot wait.
It'll be fun.
I think so too. And I think you will thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy it.
I haven't been out in a long time. Not since 2016. I went to
Well, I
Nevada.
hadn't been on a vacation in I don't know how long, to be honest with you. And I got up there. My son was telling me, you don't know these people. And John, his dad, was telling me, you don't know these people. And you need to be careful with all these people. You don't know any of these people. And girl, let me tell you, when I got there, it was like I had known them and they had known me our whole life.
That's nice.
And it was the neatest experience.
See, now my daughter don't even. Now I would say that to my daughter. Now you don't know these people. Her, just go. She doesn't worry one bit.
Right?
Yeah, not one bit.
I do, but I don't. And I had been moderators for some of them long enough that I felt like I really kind of knew them because we talked onto Facebook too, not just through YouTube. So I had gotten to really know several of them. And it was awesome to get to see them in person and really get to sit and talk to them face to face. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's gonna be neat to meet them in person.
Oh, yeah, because everybody's so nice. So nice. Now, there are a couple that we'll talk about it privately. I'll put it that way.
The first time I ever heard of meetups was when I used to watch Jason Crocker, the Crockers, And that was
Mm-hmm.
the time I ever heard of them. They had a couple of them. And I thought,
He
well,
actually came to the Mid America meetup last year, and I met him at the gate when he was pulling in, and he didn't know where to go. And I told him, I said, "Come on, follow me. I'll show you where to go." And he helped me carry food. He was just the nicest guy. Jason is the sweetest guy you could ever meet. He really, really is.
yeah, they had two of them. They had one year and then another one the next
Mm-hmm.
year. Yeah. But I
Right.
never could go. I was working then. So
Yeah.
not anymore. I'm retired.
Isn't that a wonderful feeling?
Yes, I was ready. I've worked all my life. All my life. And when you're a chef and you cook, you stand on your feet the whole
Mm-hmm.
day long. But I'm the type that have to keep going because growing up I played sports. Dad worked for El
Mm-hmm.
Paso Natural Gas. So we were out in the country all the time. The gas plants were out in the middle of nowhere. So we played
Right.
sports, we roamed the desert. So I was very athletic and going. So when I stopped playing sports and having kids, then started
Right.
having kids, it just and I'm the type that I'm going to have to keep moving. That's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
It won't work any other way. I have to keep
Oh
moving.
yeah, and I'm driving my son crazy because I told him, I said, "Get ready, I'm fixing to start working on this place. I can't stand it anymore." And I realize I can't do that much, but get ready. I'm fixing to start working on it. And no, Mom, you're gonna hurt you. Blah blah blah. I don't care. It is for somebody like us who has moved their whole life to have to stop and sit down
Yep, that's weird.
is it drives me insane. To just have to sit here and not do anything drives me nuts.
Yeah, but you can't help that. Whispers to the Soul stopped in. How do I subscribe to them? Let's see if I can
I
because
think click
whenever
on their name and then go to their channel.
okay. Okay, I see. See, we had to be blue and echoes um live, and then you could go to people's channel and oh, and the Black Widow channel. I love that channel. I'm subscribed to her or him or her. Hey, Black Widow. That's a good channel. That's a good channel. I am now to YouTube, but big on TikTok. Do you have a TikTok? I don't have a TikTok.
No, I don't even have a TikTok account.
I don't have a phone.
Right. Well, my phone is all I have. I don't have a computer. So,
I have a computer, but I don't want a phone. I don't know why. If I break
right.
down,
Well, when we moved,
huh?
I gave computers away and I threw computers away when we moved because when we moved, I told my son, I said, we have to, if it doesn't fit in that RV, it's not going. Period. End of story. If it doesn't fit in the RV, it's not going. And we have to take weight into consideration because you can only have so much tongue weight, when your vehicle can only handle so much. And I said, so we have to take weight into consideration. So, and computers are heavy. They went. They did not stay. They went.
Yeah, I
I
have.
gave away so much stuff, girl. It would blow your mind how much I gave away when we moved. I
I
was
gave,
bound and determined to get here.
I gave away a lot of mom and dad's stuff. Let me tell you, they had 3 sheds full of stuff. And my belief is if it's sitting in a shed,
You
get
don't
rid.
need it.
Yeah, it has, you know. So I did. I
Oh,
donated
honey.
a bunch of stuff. Finally, a bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
I have no doubt. When my mother passed away, my mother had a shoe fetish. And forever, back then they had the buy a pair, get a pair for a penny
Oh my
sales once a year. She'd come home with 25, 30 new pairs of shoes. And when she passed away, I was going through one of the storerooms and I found the most beautiful red pearl patent leather shoe that had a matching purse that was from the 1950s. And she had kept them all those years in a box in the storeroom. Never wore them, but they were in a box in the storeroom. I probably threw away 200 pairs of shoes. Easy. Threw
and
away
my
200
dad,
pairs of shoes.
she and my dad would have got along great. He was a shoe guy.
No, it drove my daddy crazy.
Yeah, he was. Gosh, he had a million pairs of shoes. Now I still have mom's pair. Well, I can show you these. These are the cutest little things. Do you see those boots?
Oh, how cute.
Those were my dad's. So they're
Oh,
over
wow.
years old when he was little.
That's crazy.
They kept these things. I don't have any. Do you have any of your baby shoes?
No,
That's
I
why.
think I have a pair of my son's boots from when he was a baby. I think I have a pair of his little boots.
Does he like shoes?
But no.
Yeah.
And I have things that my dad's like, I kept the letters off of his letter jacket. Stuff like that.
Mom did too. She has a book with all that stuff in it, but Dad had a million pairs of shoes and socks. But
Oh, my word.
I kept a pair of Mom's high heels from back in the, because they were in high school in the early 50s, born in 38.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in high school in the 50s. So, and the clip-on earrings, the costume jewelry,
I still have clip-on earrings.
Yeah.
Yep. I still have the long pearl necklace that you could take and tie into a knot or do whatever you wanted to with it. I still have one of those that was hers.
Yeah, and I have Dad's golf clubs, and he left me a big, huge nail gun. You know why?
Oh, my word.
He thought I could do roofing.
Oh, my word. Well, I'm about halfway mad because my dad, when he passed, he gave all of his tools to my ex-husband. I'm like, hello? I'll use them more than he will. He doesn't do anything unless it's in the body shop. He doesn't do anything at home. You need to leave those tools to me, not him. But he got all of them, and I let him have them in the divorce. I didn't care at that point. Just take them. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, my little brother came and got Dad's tools. He had them just, the garage was pristine. Everything had its place and everything. And we used to move tools around, and boy, he'd get upset with us. We were just joking with him, move them around. So he would just,
Yeah,
so
my
what's
dad was
happening
the
here?
same
Is that
way.
my camera? Or?
I think it's your camera.
Yeah, it's doing something.
Either could be camera or signal, either one.
Well, it's probably Starlink. I need to leave a post on X for Elon Musk. He owns Starlink.
I think Starlink is supposed to be over us tonight, too, if I'm not mistaken. Or over New Mexico, anyway.
Well, it goes out at least once a day in the evening time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did great at first, and now it's just, I don't know. But it
That's
does. It goes
weird.
out about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock every night.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yep. What do you have? What internet do you have?
TDS,
Yeah. Well,
I think is what it is.
we live so far out. We had HughesNet, and that was terrible. You just, couldn't get a good enough speed. So
Right.
the only other option was Starlink. And it's a
Oh,
little,
wow. Okay.
it's only about this big. Now you can take it with you if you have an RV and you go traveling. You can take that satellite with you and the router and hook up to the internet.
Right. Which way do you live out of Deming?
I live south of Deming. I live in between Deming and Columbus.
Okay. I'll have to get on a map and look.
Yeah, I live about 15 miles out of town.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you. I've never lived in town. Well, I've lived in town when I was married, so
That was when I lived in town, and I live in town now.
I hate it.
But Tule's such a small town, it really doesn't count as far as I'm concerned.
It's not that big. Yeah, a small town's good, but a huge town, forget it. That would
I
drive
mean,
me.
we have one stoplight,
That sounds like the town I grew up in. One
It
stoplight.
has one little stoplight, and that's it. We have
Yeah,
a Lowe's grocery store, a Dollar General, a Family Dollar, a Subway, a bank, and a post office, and a truck stop.
that sounds like the town I grew up in. I grew up in Buckeye, Arizona,
Oh, okay.
and Arlington, way out. That dad worked for the El Paso Natural Gas. Yeah.
Okay.
And we had Pac-Man. We cruised down Maine, turned around at the Tasty Freeze, and came back down. We had one stoplight, and now with the 99 wasn't even there. You,
Mm-hmm.
you could not get on the 99 until like the 99. Well, the I-10. Excuse me, I'm mixing up.
Mm-hmm.
The I-10 was not there. You could get on it at 99th Avenue in Phoenix to go
Oh,
west.
wow.
And now, from what I hear, they're going crazy with freeways there. Yeah,
Oh,
they
I can imagine.
grew like crazy.
I haven't been. Oh, let's see. My goodness, I haven't been back to Arizona since '06.
Oh, I was working for RID then.
I had to think about that because I was taking care of my uncle or my ex-husband's grandmother and his uncle because grandma got sick and ended up in the hospital. And his uncle was the oldest living Down syndrome mongoloid patient. And so I was taking care of him. And then when grandma passed, we actually moved Barry back to Odessa, and they wouldn't let him live with us, but I took care of him until he died because he wouldn't let anybody else take care of him. So
And
he
piping.
wanted me, he didn't want anybody else.
So, what part of Arizona?
Green Valley, south of Tucson.
Oh, wow, I've never been down there. My little brother lives in Tucson.
Yeah, it's south of Tucson, about 19 miles, 20 miles.
Near Marana or further than
I think
Marana.
it's in between Saharita and Marana.
Okay. Wow, I've never been down there.
It's actually considered like a suburb of Saharita. It's Olive Green Valley is a retirement town. And it's 90% of it, the people are 55 or older.
Wow. Huh.
But it's a cute little town for what it is. It's a cute little town.
You see, if I lose you, I'm sorry. You see it going crazy, don't you?
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. It'll be okay.
Well, dadgum, Elon. You pay for something, you expect it to work.
Yes, you do.
I was
You most
showing
definitely do.
I was showing these. I don't know if you saw them.
Mm.
Because Echo wants to give away
Those are cute.
when she hits 800 subscribers. She'll give away 8 prizes. I thought, well, I'll do
okay.
I gave away 2 the first one, but they're scraps of wood. I make a lot of signs from scraps of wood. This one says,
That's a cute idea.
yeah, and they're real sturdy, so they're good for outside. Because down here in the South, we spend a lot of time outside.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Hot. So, wanted to show those, so maybe she'll see them. I have a lot of stuff and a couple of more aprons that a lady wants to see. I sew. Used to make my kids' clothes, all of my kids' clothes, until it wasn't cool anymore.
Right.
Goes. So when I do,
I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, except maybe training horses and dogs.
You and Joanne get along great. She loves horses too.
And I dabble at sewing. I do stuff like make pillows and blankets and things of that nature. I crochet. I'm learning. For the longest time, I only knew one stitch, and I'm starting to learn other stitches besides just the one. And I'm almost done with my first blanket.
Oh, how nice.
And I cheated because we were going to do a craft show, and I do all kinds of artsy fartsy stuff. I would just have to show you a picture. I make pot people, if you know what those are.
Yeah, out of the ceramic pots, the clay pots.
Yeah, the clay pots. Yes,
those are.
I make those. I make wreaths. Tell me what you want, and all I have to do is look at a video, and I can probably make it. I can do flower arrangements. I can do all of that kind of stuff. And then we were going to do a craft show. So I bought one of those knitting looms and started making a bunch of hats. Well, I bought the adapter where you can hook a battery powered drill up to it. And I used it so much, I burnt the gears up in it because the gears were plastic. So they've got one else that's supposed to have metal gears in it. And I want to order one, but I don't, because every craft show we go to, we just don't do that well. It's more like people are walking around looking for ideas than they are wanting to buy what you're selling.
Yeah, I've been to a few where they set up here in town. Haven't ever gone to the duck races though.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a bit. You've heard of the duck races down here in Deming?
I think I have, yeah.
Here, yeah. But people don't buy that. But it isn't only from my booth. It's all around, really.
Right.
Right. People can't afford it anymore. Times are hard.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, and I mean, we even had competitive prices, and I sold, well, I'll put it to you this way, we broke even. at the last craft show we went to. We paid for our spot, our space, and that was all we did. We didn't make anything over that.
The spaces are here are like $30. If you want one inside in the park by the courthouse or the big,
Mm-hmm.
if you want inside, it's $50.
Well, the last one we did was a 2-day event or a 3-day event. It was a Friday night and then all day Saturday night, and then all day Sunday. And it was $50 for the whole weekend.
Wow.
And
See,
it was a pumpkin patch. It was one of we have you remember Nichols Orchard in Lalouse?
no.
It's an apple orchard. They put on, well, they've just started it the last, I think, 4 or 5 years. They put on a pumpkin patch every Halloween where the kids can come out and get pumpkins. And then at night, they do a haunted orchard. And you get led through the orchard, and there's people dressed up and jump out and scare you and all of that kind of stuff. And then the vendors are set up at the end of it so that they walk past you when they come out of it. But that night, everybody just walked right past it. I mean, nobody stopped and looked at anything. Everybody was too adrenaline induced because they'd just been scared and they were excited and talking to their friends. They didn't even know we were there.
They was happy. It was
Oh,
Halloween.
they were just, can you believe, did you see, did you hear, did you, and it was like, they had no clue we were sitting on the side of the road they were walking down. So I was like, yeah, we won't ever do this again. Because we froze our butts off that night.
It's cold here that time of year.
Oh, yeah. And well, where the orchard is it, you go past like the first 2 small hill ranges and start up almost the first big tall mountain in that area. It's about even with High Rolls. I'll put it that way.
And that's pretty high up there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's about even with High Rolls. It's just to the north of High Rolls.
It's nice up there. It's nice.
There's actually a road up there that comes out right next to the apple barn, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay. See, I never got the chance to go cruising around. Every new place you live, you go cruising. I used to when I was young.
Right. Well, and I'm an explorer and an adventurer. And one of my son's best friends was actually from here. So he had moved back here to take care of his aunt. And so he was here when we moved here. And he knows I like to explore. So he'd put me in the truck and we'd take all the back roads and he'd take me wherever I wanted to go. Come on, let's go. We're going this weekend. Where do you want to go?
Yeah. I bet that was nice.
It was. It really was.
Around High Rolls a little bit, and seeing the houses and the trees and stuff like that. Yeah. I love the trees.
They're beautiful. I'm surprised you didn't. Did you ever go up to the waterfall in between Cloudcroft and Sunspot?
No.
Oh, honey, that's beautiful.
I'd like to see that.
You almost have to have a 4-wheel drive to get to it because it's on dirt road. But it is a forestry spot, and it's got a fall that comes down off of it. It's a natural spring, and it creates a waterfall with a pool down at the bottom and then a little creek, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
See, I worked a lot. You work a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am, that you do, unfortunately.
Many, many hours. Many, many hours.
My kiddos are home.
Huh?
My kiddos just pulled up. I thought, why am I seeing lights outside?
Oh, they did, huh?
And then I saw the brake light, so.
Well, that's good. I'm glad they're home safe.
Oh, yeah, me too. They get off at 11.
Oh, I used to work that shift. So they're working the swing shift.
Mm-hmm. They go in at 2 and come home at 11.
Yep, I used to work the midnight shift too many times. I'm glad that I'm retired.
Yes.
When I think back, man, whoa, a lot of different shifts. Midnight shift. Oh, it's hard to get used to that midnight shift.
Oh, yeah. And the way HR is now blows my mind. Some of the things that, oh, it just, I sit and I listen to my kids at night and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I'm retired. I'm so glad I'm retired. Because there's no way I could tolerate what y'all put up with. There's no way.
Yeah, but it was different for us. We didn't have to grow up.
Yes.
with that. I feel sorry.
Yes, it was. No, ma'am. I heard the door too. No, ma'am.
Jassie's in her bed.
Well, they're laying in their beds too, but the second the car door shut, the barking starts.
Yeah, well, that's her job. She's supposed to let you know there's a noise out there.
Oh, well, that's her Bubba.
Where's that?
Patches is actually his dog. I
Uh,
mean, he says she's mine, but she is not mine. She is his. She loves that boy for everything he's worth.
well, she knows he's home. She's happy to see him.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that Nikki knows when Joanne's home, and so do her cats.
Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. I
Yes.
have no doubt. Patches?
Oh. Oh,
No.
but but Dad's home. Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes, all day, every day. Don't you dare, because he'll scream at you and I'm on live. Don't you dare.
It'll be on tape and it'll be in the internet space forever.
Right? Don't say nothing ugly to the dogs. I'm on a live with Val.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Joanne's come in when I've been taping a couple of times and said a few things that I've had to edit out.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's
I'm
funny.
bad about, I don't really like to be on camera. I never have. I've never liked having my picture taken. I don't really like being on camera. So doing live is such a weird thing for me.
Yeah, me too.
And when I film, I'm normally filming the scenery or, something of that nature, the Mustang herds or something like that, if I can find one, and they're never home or never around. So I don't have to worry about it unless I'm doing something late at night when they come home and then I have to catch them when they're coming in the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to lives either. I thought I would try it.
Well, you're doing excellent.
Learn a little bit about it, because
Mm-hmm.
you really can't learn unless you do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. This time and experience.
Yeah, because well,
You're braver than me because I haven't done it yet. So,
if I pay for my phone, see, I have a phone, but it don't work. I don't pay phones. If I break down, I figured this I'll find a ride the old-fashioned way. Just like when I was a kid, and I know how to change a tire. So
right.
we'll go live over there. Yep. See, I'm pointing my finger at you. We will go live because we have to
Well, we
be.
can't do it on my phone because I don't have, well, maybe a live I could. I'll have to see if I have enough memory to download StreamYard. I have a really old, junky phone, and I have literally no memory left on it.
Okay, well, we can do it on this one. I know nothing
And
about.
I've got my son's girlfriend gave me one of her old phones, but it doesn't have any service to it, and I can't get service on it. So I'm just using it to film with.
Oh, okay.
But I'll see if I have enough room on this one to download StreamYard, and then if I can, then we'll go live.
Yeah, well, we can try and download it on this. That's if I reactivate it.
Right.
I might not. You know, I'd have to. Traveling that far. Well, probably if something happens, I need to call Joanne.
Well, we'll have my phone.
Okay, well, I'll have to write her number down because back in the old days, you knew everybody's number by heart. You know,
Right.
now it's a name in a phone, and you hit a name.
Right. Exactly right.
You no longer dial the numbers.
Mm-mm. No, and mine's a Texas number too, so I'll need to write mine down for her.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I guess we can get off of here now. How long? How long have we been on here? We're
I
supposed to.
haven't even looked. I'd have to get on my tablet to look. Oh wait, no, it says 1 hour and 11 minutes and 25 seconds.
Boy, that flew by, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That flew by. That was fun. I'm glad you
Really
came.
quick.
I am so
Me
glad you.
too. Me too. And I promise I'll do my best to look a little bit better next
You
time.
look fine. You look fine. At least you have a tan. You look very
No,
tan.
that's true. I do have a tan.
Not me.
I've been
Well,
dark complected my whole life, so
it takes me.
I have to stay out of the sun for about 5 to 6 years to even start to lose any color.
Wow, that sounds like my ex-father-in-law. He was the same way. I can get a
I guess I
tan.
just.
It doesn't last very long. You know what I mean? You've got
Mhm.
that natural looking tan. That
I have that spent too many years in the sun, looks like dried saddle leather tan.
not at all. You look great. You look great. You look great, woman.
Oh, the camera does wonders.
Well, tell me how to fix it.
Or it does for me anyway. I know what I look like when I look in the mirror, and I'm like, oh wait, I can't see this wrinkle. Or hey, I like this camera.
You don't know how good it looks like, man. I've been doing the castor oil, but I've been drinking more water. I think I was dehydrated.
Could have been.
Yeah,
And
but
I know that's probably a lot of my problem because this is my drink of choice.
yeah, caffeine dehydrates us.
Yes, and it's either coffee or Dr. Pepper, one of the two.
Well, you don't look bad at all. So you're holding more hydration than I am. But I started
Oh, I
drinking
doubt it.
water and the tonic water because your body can't absorb just straight water too well
Yeah,
and you can overdo it. So the soda water and the tonic water with lemon squeezed in it, I feel more hydrated when I drink it and not as thirsty, because I work outside and than the plain water. But I still drink plain water, but I think it's hydrating me. I think I was dehydrated really bad because I didn't drink enough water.
right,
So,
right. And I don't either. I know I don't.
well, it caught up to me. I couldn't even hardly walk. And when I quit sugar,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, the bottom of my feet, because I used a teaspoon of sugar in my coffee for 30 plus years. I had a little bit of coffee with my cream and my sugar.
Mm-hmm.
When I quit it, the bottom of my feet cracked, my hands cracked, got very tender, everything. So that must have been the nerve endings. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
endings. Oh, yeah. And I'm not the type that goes to the doctor. So I just kept moisturizing them, soaking them, putting plastic on
Mm-hmm.
them. And it took almost 6 months for him to clear up. But I just quit sugar cold turkey.
Well, then that tells me I don't need to quit sugar.
Well,
So,
you do it slowly. It's just like they
yeah.
tell on carnivore, do not quit carbs cold turkey. So I started
Mm-hmm.
dirty carnivore where I had mostly the protein and the fats with the meat and the
Mm-hmm.
butter and the eggs and some rice each day, either some rice or a little bit of carbs and tapered off slowly. After what happened with the sugar, I didn't want to go through that again. But the oxygen
Right.
in your body can really make you feel bad if you quit those carbohydrates cold turkey.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah. So I didn't do, but I quit sugar cold turkey, and oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That would tear me up.
Well,
And just the dry skin would be what I would have to be careful of.
huh?
Because I have an autoimmune disease called Raynaud's, and it mimics frostbite, but it's your blood vessels that cause it.
Wow.
And I've lost fingers from it. So I have to be really careful with the dry skin right at the tips of my fingers because I have, like, on the end of one finger, I actually have a hole down inside it. And then there's an edge that's kind of torn. And I have to be real careful and keep it really moisturized because if it dries, it'll tear further. And I can do about it. It'll just keep tearing. So I have to stay on top of it and make sure that it doesn't tear.
Wow. I've never heard of that before.
They said I had the worst reported case in the southern United States.
How did you get that? How did that
They
happen?
don't know. They don't know. I got a whole bunch of mosquito bites like on a Wednesday night and woke up Friday and all of my joints were swollen. By Sunday, I couldn't walk. And so Monday morning, I went to the hospital. They couldn't figure out what was going on. They started throwing everything at me. She said, go see your regular doctor. So I went and saw him. He couldn't figure out what was going on. And they were just hitting me with everything out. And I was going in every day for a high powered antibiotic shot. And I went in for the
Wow.
shot. I was about a week and a half into it. I went in for the shot. They put the blood pressure cuff on. The nurse pumped the blood pressure cuff up. And when she did the tip of this middle finger right here turned purple. And she looked down at, I looked down at it and I said, oh, would you look at that? And she looked down and said, oh my God. And she grabbed the blood pressure cuff and ripped it off of me and said, don't move. And she went and got my doctor and he came back and sat down next to me. And he said, don't you move from this chair. Don't you dare move from this chair. I was, okay. And I waited about 10 minutes and looked up and in walked our family cardiologist. And he sat down in the chair with me and looked at my hand and he said, well, baby, it looks like you have Raynaud's. And I said, okay, what's that? And
So he knew
my
right away.
he knew right away what it was. And what happens is the blood vessels get mad and they swell up and blood flow stops. And a lot of people that have it turn white, but I turn purple. And then once I turn purple, I start to turn black because tissue starts to die.
So how did they get it under control? Or have
Don't
they?
laugh. Viagra. I told you don't laugh.
The little blue pill.
Yes, the little blue pill.
What is in that? Oh, God.
Yes,
Oh, sorry. I don't
because
mean.
it opens up the blood vessels.
Wow.
But it's really bad for women. It's really
Oh,
bad for our hearts. So they actually put me in CCU for 4 days to make sure my heart could handle it
so
before they
how
sent.
much did they have to give you?
I was on it. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I was on it until all of the commercials started coming out about it causing cancer. And if you've had cancer and you've taken Viagra, call this lawyer's number, get in on the lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. And I listened to the commercials for about 2 months. And then one day I finally just stopped and I said, you know what, God, I don't want to take this anymore. I do not want to take this anymore. I don't need cancer on top of everything else I've got going on right now. I really don't want to take this anymore. Can you please do something about that? And the next morning when I woke up, what was dead, and what had been purple was pink and healthy. And I threw those pills in the trash, girl, and I never looked back.
And it's been okay since.
I've turned purple a couple of times since then, but I've gotten it under control. And
With
didn't have to take the Viagra to do it.
Oh, okay. That's good. God's
So it's
amazing.
just, they think mine's stress related. And if I just get really, really overly stressed out, and it takes a lot, but I'll start to turn purple.
Well, don't get stressed out.
I do my best not to. I do my absolute best not to.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, it's been fun talking to you.
Yes, ma'am. I have thoroughly enjoyed it.
You kept me up so late the other night that I missed being the first one on Drew's video.
I'm sorry, and that was a good video too.
Yeah, today's video was good too. He was late with the cop that hit the kid on the motorcycle.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I saw the one I watched a while ago was the farm boys against the bodybuilders.
Yeah, that one. That was good.
That was a good one.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. They did. And that big boy that they put up to do the deadlift, the first big country boy.
Yeah, that from the knee, from down on the ground up to the knees. Yeah.
Yeah. Just add a little bit more beard to him, and you have my son. Same size, exact same size.
Wow. Yeah, he just slipped. His hand just slipped there. He was good. He had it up there, but his hand slipped. But
well, and if you notice the difference, the bodybuilder was using lift gloves.
Yeah.
That country boy was using regular leather farm gloves. That was all he was using. So if he'd had the lift gloves, he wouldn't have lost his grip.
Yeah, that's true. And he would have won it.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
That was a good one. But the one with the kid, he ran from the cops on the motorcycle.
I haven't seen it yet.
He pulled in, and I guess the cop must have thought he was going to go around, so he went to go straight. Well, the kid flipped around and came back, and the cop hit it. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll have to watch it.
I just kept thinking, oh my God, my dad would kill me Oh, you better take me to jail and throw away the key. Mom and Dad is gonna kill me.
No,
It'd
put me under the jail, please.
Oh,
Please.
yeah, do something.
Yes, because I'm going to die if you don't.
Yeah, because me and Vicky ran from the cops, but we lived out in, we did it on purpose. We weren't running, we had dirt bikes. And
Oh, okay.
and we were a small town, so we went down the canal. We put our hair up in caps. Her dad was a sheriff. You come up with things to do. And we
Hey,
had a
when
ramp.
you're bored, I mean,
We had a ramp going into that one dude's house, so we got away from him. We went up in the ramp, and it went into that old house, and they couldn't find us. Well, we both had long hair, so we took off the hats and changed, and yeah, they never knew it was us.
oh,
Because
that's hilarious. I love it.
yeah, I had to make sure if I did anything, I was never caught. I wasn't going to
Oh,
do
well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, because Mom and Dad had left me in jail.
Oh, my daddy told me, he said, if you ever get thrown in jail, he said, I'll bring you cigarettes and I'll put $10 a week on your books. That's all you're getting from me.
Dad wouldn't even done that for me. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I kept thinking, oh my God. And I don't know why he did it. They don't say why the kid ran, but you'll have to watch that.
I'll definitely watch it.
And we have to wait till Monday before Josh tries to go first again because he takes the weekends off.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah. So.
And I
think
know,
I'll beat him today.
I don't know if Drew was going to film another one. I'm sure he probably did film another one tonight, but they're working their butts off at Mama V.
Yeah.
Well, they're helping her do some of the stuff to the walls, and I was watching. Who was it? Oh, it was Jen and Wiley. I was watching tonight, and they're over there too. And she said that some of the boards ended up being warped, so they were having to try to manipulate them to get them back into play or to make them straight because Mama V's her ceiling's gonna be open where you can see the rafters in it. So they were trying to have to straighten out all the boards, and they're working their tail ends off over there.
So she'll have a vaulted ceiling where it's open, no attic. That'll be neat.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that'll be really cute.
Cabin, cute little house.
I think it'll be a real cute little cabin when she gets done with it.
Yeah.
And it's not that big. I can't remember what the measurements are on it, but it's really not that big.
So they're not done with it yet?
They're working on the roof. And they had, I guess there were some things that hadn't been thought of. So they were discussing on how they were going to try to work all of that stuff in, but they didn't say what it was or anything like that. They're not going to give it away until her video comes out. So
I'll have to go watch. I watched the White. See, I'm bad with names.
White Rock?
Yeah, White Rock. Her and her husband's live last night.
Yeah, Tara and Jason
gathered around them. Yeah. See, I'm bad with names. I'm really bad with names.
I didn't get to meet Jason at the meetup, but I got to meet Tara, and she's a sweetheart.
And they're over there working. That broke down on the way over there. That sucks to break down.
Yeah. And evidently it's their transmission.
Yeah.
And it's going to end up, I think they said something like 3 weeks. It was going to be in the shop or something like that. They're still trying to figure out what to do. And because they're kind of stuck at Mama V's until it gets fixed. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to cost a pretty penny. Them transmissions. Well, can't they find a new one to just put up in there, or is it cheaper to rebuild the one?
I don't know what they're going to do about his. I honestly don't. I don't know if
There are
they're going
million parts in those transmissions.
to. Mm-hmm.
Little parts.
Well, like David at Come On, he's been waiting 2 months, 2.5 months for the shop there to get his transmission in. It was ordered. They've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I don't know who it was. Somebody from Junk to Gems. I don't know if it was Gary's sister or somebody they're related to. I don't know who she is, but she made a phone call. And within 2 days, David got a phone call and said, your transmission's on the way. Have your truck here on Monday. So I don't know who she was, and I don't know what fire she lit.
Something.
She lit a fire under somebody somewhere.
Yeah, you can't go long without a vehicle. That's for sure.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, most definitely. Mine's still rolling, bless its little heart.
Mine is.
I don't know how much longer it'll last, but it's still rolling.
We just got to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I can drive mine 50, 55 miles an hour. I just can't go over 55 miles an hour.
We can take all the back roads.
That's it. That's exactly it. That's why I told you if we didn't carpool, I'd be renting a vehicle because it'd take me 3 days to get to the meetup if I drove mine.
It'd be good scenery. Just leave.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We could leave 3 days before the meetup.
Have everybody honking at us when they drive by on the road. You're in the way. You're in the way. Get off the road.
Yeah, well, that would have worked back in the day, but now freeway mileage is what? Some places are 80 now, or
yes.
I don't know what it's like that way. Like I said, I went Nevada way. I went to the Bundy trials in 2016 in Nevada, and I couldn't believe how many homeless were around that place. It just shocked me to see how many homeless people live there.
I think if memory serves from last year, I think there's one spot on I-40 that goes up to like 75.
Oh, that's not bad.
But that it's just one little spot like up in the panhandle of Texas. And that's the only spot. The rest of it's 70, I think.
Well, that's not bad.
So it's not bad at all.
And I always follow the speed limit because I don't want to pay a ticket.
No, me either.
I can't afford a ticket.
My ex tells me all the time, he says the majority of cops will tell you, unless you get a real jerk, as long as you're going 9 miles an hour or under, 99.9% of the time, they're not going to pull you over. They're not going to pull you over unless you're going 10 miles an hour or over. Unless you just get a hold of a real jerk cop that's trying to prove something, you know. But I have a radar detector.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I can keep it. I won't go. Well, I don't know. You know, sometimes I look down. I think, God. You know, but we've been driving so long.
Mm-hmm. And you can't help it, especially if you're on a long distance track and you've got the radio going and a good song comes on, and the next thing you look down, you're running 90. Woo!
Yeah. Whoops. Whoa. Yeah.
I need to slow down just a little bit.
But we don't want to get stopped in Texas.
No.
We got connections in Texas, though. We got your ex-husband. We got connections there.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'll pull the connection card. Hey, no.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of us show a little, you know. I'm just kidding.
Well, I know when I went it because I was trying to beat a thunderstorm going in. I had a hotel room reserved at Elk City, and that's where I stayed the night on my way going because I stopped halfway or a little more than halfway. And I was trying to beat a thunderstorm that had a tornado in it. And I was doing everything I could to get to Elk City, and it was getting dark and I wasn't paying attention. I was looking down at my phone, following my map, my GPS, and I didn't realize I was passing the checkpoint
Oh God.
when you cross the state line. I didn't realize I was passing it. I didn't. I looked up and saw it. I didn't see any signs. I didn't see any lights. It looked like a rest area.
You didn't have to pull in? It didn't make
So
you
I
pull?
didn't think anything about it. And I looked down at my phone to look at the GPS, and I looked back up about the time lights flashed on both sides of the car. And I'm thinking, I'm going to get a ticket. Either there's going to be a DPS officer come and get me right now, or I'm going to get a ticket in the mail. I never got anything.
So
And there
you
wasn't,
passed it on by, huh?
yeah, I just went flying right on by. And I was speeding when I went by. And all I could think was, oh, Lord, if nothing else, I'm going to get a speeding ticket. Never got anything. Never got anything.
Because they have cameras there and everything.
Yeah, and that's what I figured it was. I figured I got my picture taken, but never got anything, heard anything out of it, or so
Now,
hopefully I got lucky.
there's one on the way between here and Las Cruces. There's a checkpoint, but coming back this way, coming to the west.
Yes,
But there's one in between going through White Sands, right?
yes, yes.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it'll be coming from your direction. There's one, but if you're going from here to what to Cruces, there's not.
Yeah, it's on the other side. But the one between White Cruces and White going down the White through the White Sands, there's one, right?
Yeah,
Is it on going there or is it coming back? I don't
you'll have to go through it.
Okay.
It'll be on your side. You won't have to go through it going home, but you'll have to go through it coming.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I could remember there was one there, but I couldn't remember which side it was on. I used to drive from here to High Rolls every day. It was
Dang, girl, that's a long
well,
way.
living up there. It cost too much to
Yes.
find an inexpensive place. So
Oh, yeah.
it was cheaper to drive. I'd get up at 4 to get out there at 6 because we opened at 6 and I cooked breakfast, a lot of breakfasts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Breakfast is
I can
easy.
imagine. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's the easiest meal of the day.
Yeah, it's easy to cook. And he did pizzas. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So it wasn't that bad, but it was a lot of driving.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Well, it only took 2 hours, so it's not bad. Heck, I remember people used to commute all the way into Phoenix to go to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it at all.
So that's what I did because it was just, I tried staying up there, but man, it was expensive to live up there.
It's way high to live up there. It's crazy.
It's pretty though. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But right now you couldn't get up the mountain unless you had a 4x4. So.
Up to High Rolls?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Ice and snow.
Oh, is it still there?
Yes. And this storm that hit where y'all got rain and we got rain, they got snow.
Oh.
So every time we get rain, they get snow.
Wow.
And I saw somebody had asked earlier how were the roads, and they said their husband had just come down the mountain and he had to put it in 4-wheel drive to get down the mountain.
Yeah, they
And
have a lot of rock slides up there on that one part too.
yeah, there was a slide last summer right before you hit the tunnel. I mean, it was like right at the tunnel, and it was a huge slab that came down. Like it was laying on its sides, and it was the height of a pickup truck,
Oh my gosh.
and it covered the whole road. It was huge.
No one got
So
hurt.
lucky, so lucky nobody was underneath it when it came down.
Yeah, that always kind of worried me driving through there, thinking, oh, please, 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 dear God, please, dear God.
Please let it stay on the side of the mountain. Please let it stay on the side of the mountain.
And on the way home, please, 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 please. Oh, I know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because you'd see it, and no one ever got hit, but when they came down, thank God. But man,
Mm-hmm.
could you imagine? There are some pretty good sized boulders that came down those things. I
Oh
thought,
yeah.
why are they even putting a road through here?
Oh yeah. And this wasn't even a boulder that came down last summer. It was one of the shelf rocks, one of the flat up
Gosh.
against the shelf rocks that was like this, and it just over into the road.
Oh my goodness.
It was probably, as far as how wide it was probably 3 or 4 vehicle lengths wide. It was huge. It was
Wow.
absolutely huge. It took them 2.5 days to clear it.
How in the heck did that come down?
I don't know.
Wow.
But like 2 or 3 weeks before, there had been a couple of earthquakes in Pecos, and we felt them here. So I don't know if maybe that could have shook it loose or contributed to it, or it's possible.
You
It's
felt
very
it.
possible.
You felt it where you were. You felt
Oh
them.
yeah.
The last one we felt here, well, Mom felt here after Dad died, was the one that was in Duncan, Arizona. The epicenter was in Duncan, and they felt it all the way here in
Oh
Deming.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and on the outside where the brick is, you can see where there's just an archway. It's nothing
Mm-hmm.
big structural, but you can tell it shook the house pretty good. And now I
Oh
used to
wow.
live in California, and that one earthquake that happened during the World Series in 89, was
Mm-hmm.
it? 89, we lived in Waterford then. And that was epicenter was, I forget where the name of the town was, where the freeway fell on top of the other one.
Yes.
We felt that all the way into Waterford. And those telephone poles looked like they were rubber,
Oh,
just
I don't doubt it.
bouncing back and forth. It was the weirdest thing. The first earthquake I'd ever been in, and I was ready to move after that. Let me tell you what, I was ready to pack my car.
I imagine so.
And my ex-husband, oh, it was no big deal to him. I'm looking down at the cat, and the cat's going like, and I'm thinking something is wrong with the cat.
Right.
And we couldn't get the door open to get out. I'm gathering my 3 kids. I have the twins, Joanne, trying to get out of the house, away from power lines, and
Right.
yeah.
Oh, that's scary. That is so scary. Earthquakes scare me half to death.
Yeah, I was out of there in 92. That was it. That was it for me. I had to go back for court mediation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was it. Haven't been back.
I had a friend ask me one time, "You wouldn't move to California? Have you lost your mind?" I'm not trading tornadoes for earthquakes. I can run from a tornado. You don't know when an earthquake's coming, and you cannot run from an earthquake. No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I never felt one till then. I moved there in 84, And from 84 to 92, that was the only one. And we were up northern California.
Hmm.
That one hit. I never felt one in the south because my sister lives there. And I
Right.
never felt one down there. You know, and
Well,
that's
we felt a couple. I felt a couple of them in Texas. Well, several of them in Texas because now they're having them due to all the fracking. And we felt a couple of them here, but like I said, the ones that we felt here were actually the epicenter was in Pecos.
and how far away is that?
Um,
Pecos, Texas, right?
yeah. Let's see, Pecos is an hour and a half, so 4 hours away.
Wow, that's quite a
I'm
way.
not sure mileage wise, but I know it's an hour and a half from Odessa, and it's 5.5 hours from Odessa to here. So
That's
4 hours from here.
that's quite a ways away.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
The first time I never will forget it because I was in the bathroom
What were
and
you
I was a little shocked when the toilet started shaking
doing?
because I was like, I didn't hear a boom. That's not the base. That's not coming from the base. Because when they do bombing runs, I mean, you hear the boom, it shakes the house, all of that. And there wasn't any loud boom. You couldn't hear any jets or anything. So I knew it wasn't coming from the base. No, oh Lord, why's the toilet moving?
Okay, did I pass by the base on the way into Alamogordo? Is that the same base you're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it runs White Sands Missile Range and Holloman Air Force Base
Okay.
is the largest by land mass, is the largest base on U.S. soil. So it actually runs all the way, because when you come down, like you're coming to Alamo, okay, the left-hand side of the road is Fort Steele, or no, excuse me, Fort Bliss. It's an Army base
Okay.
on the left-hand side of the road. And then the right-hand side of the road is Holloman. And the base actually runs all the way to Carrizozo, up against the Oregon mountains.
Okay. You're bringing back memories. Yeah.
So I can go. We're how far from the gate, Christy?
What?
How far from the gate, the Thule gate? 1.5 miles, 2 miles? Yeah, about 1.5 miles or 2 miles from the house to the base. Because it runs the whole length of the mountain range almost.
That's a nice mountain range too. I remember now.
Well, the mountains you come over, coming from Las Cruces to Alamo, that mountain range that you cross over right there. It's
That's
up
the
against
Oregon?
that mountain range almost all the way to the highway that takes you up to Ruidoso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the base comes almost all the way into town in Alamogordo. And same here in Thule. We're about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles from the gate, what they call Thule Gate, and it's the gate into the base here.
Okay.
It's nothing out there on our side except open land on the other side of that gate. But you can see buildings and stuff off in the distance, but you can't tell what they are. It's not housing. It's all military buildings. Because the housing part of it's closer to Alamo.
Okay. What are you doing, Kisa Mary? I don't know if you see her or not. She's not used to it, but she's my oldest cat. I've had her 17 years.
Oh my goodness.
and I fed her with a bottle because I went to a yard sale at my boss's house, and they had 3 kittens. Something had happened to the mom, so I took all 3 kittens and we bottle fed them. But come here, Kisa Mary. She's doing pretty good for 17. Oh, just a minute. Look.
Well, hi, pretty girl. She's like, no, I don't want no part of that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
There's strangers talking to me that are not in this house. What is going on?
She's still doing really good. She's a little old, though. But she's always been a petite little thing. But she's getting there.
Bless her heart.
A long time, huh, Kisa Mary? Yeah, she looked at me. But that's my oldest one, so. Mom always taught me, mom, dad, their responsibility. If you get one, you got to keep it for life like they did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. From the cradle to the grave.
Yeah. Okay. You're a little old and stumbly. Do we need to get you a cane? Kitty cane? Okay, well, 12:20 now.
Oh, my Lord. Yes, it is. We've been on almost 2 hours.
Yes, we have. We've just been jabbering. Nobody's been on, so a few people came on, but I just wanted to see what it's like. And I tried the banners, and whoa, watch out.
You'll just have to play with it to see, what parts of it you like, how you want it to work. And I know there's ways that I'll have to talk to some of the ones that are higher up with it, but there's ways that you can put Nightbot into StreamYard in your chat, and instead of having to have your moderators drop links, you can actually type in a code or put in a code word with Nightbot, and anybody who types the code word in, Nightbot will automatically drop their link for them, so that your moderators don't have to worry about doing it. But I don't have a clue how to do it, so.
Yeah, me either. I really don't either. Because I'm looking at the YouTube tab, and it seems to be behind or ahead. Here you're talking regularly on StreamYard. If I go to the YouTube tab, it's like you're behind.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
There's probably a delay.
Yeah. So, but do you see the use banner to summarize your talking points and display calls to action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know how I did that. There it is. There's that.
There's the banner.
Howdy, welcome. Okay, but I don't need. Oh, you hide it. Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm learning.
Well,
cool.
Good, then you can teach me.
Huh?
I said, good, then you can teach me.
Right? You have StreamYard.
So I don't have it downloaded. I'll have to download it.
We'll try downloading it, and we'll work with it.
Okay. I'll have to see whether or not I have enough memory to do it.
Okay.
But if nothing else, I can do it with the phone that Christy gave me, because I have Wi-Fi for it. So, and I know I have enough room on it.
What about your tablet? You said you had a tablet. Does that work?
Oh, honey, it's one of those government issue tablets, and it's junk.
Oh.
The camera on it's junk. The sound quality on it's junk. It's made strictly for underprivileged people, and it's cheap. It's really, really cheap.
Okay, I see that. because I'll have to learn how to present things too. You have slides you can do. You have video file you can share. See, and it goes to my files for you to pick a video file that you want to share. And then you can
Well, I know
share.
that you can share videos while you're live, and it just pops the video up like as the main screen, and then kind of sets you off to the side just a little bit on the side of the video.
Well, let's see. I have a short video. Where is it? Right here, the birds. I clicked on the birds. Wow, you see that?
Yeah.
That bird landed on my camera. I got this idea. I'm going to set the camera outside and watch him eat. And he landed on my camera and then he just flew. Because I made this bird feeder. And the quail started coming up.
Oh, you have Bob White quail.
Is that bird right? Huh?
Or that,
Is
I
that
can't
a
remember.
cardinal right there?
Well, I know that's the one that's right there towards the front.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a quail. I don't think
Yeah, I
it's
know
a cardinal.
the quails.
It's a red-breasted something or other, and I can't remember what the name of it is.
I looked everywhere to find that bird. He just flew on the camera and he's got red, but you know how cardinals have the short point?
Mm-hmm.
He has a longer point. I'll
Right.
pause it. See, you see it from the side, see?
Mm-hmm. And we have them in Texas, and I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, because
Trying to
those
remember.
are quail. See, right there. He's got red,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's got a long top. And I looked everywhere to try and find what bird that was. And I couldn't find it.
I can't remember what they're called.
I couldn't find anything on it. You know, I looked up different types of cardinals because it kind of looks like a cardinal in a way.
Right.
But it's shorter. The top is real thin and it comes out long.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all the cardinals is just short like a triangle. You know what I
Right.
mean? Over the head. Could not find that bird. Oh, wow. Jimmy Russo. Wait, who's Jimmy Russo?
Hi, hi, Valerie. Hi,
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, ladies.
How are you?
I say, I think you two ladies are lovely people, and I love you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
I'm sorry for being a little bit drunk, and I need to go to bed soon. Okay, my lady, baby.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
too. Nice to meet you too, my lovely lady of love. And oh, Jesus Christ. I look a little bit fat. So, sorry there, I'm dressed in white now at the moment, and I do look a little bit fat. Now look at where it is. Have a nice day, okay, baby?
Well, at least he apologized for being drunk.
I couldn't understand what he was saying. Was tipsy, Kirby?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay. We're going to get off of here.
Yeah, I think that was probably our
That's fine.
that was our warning.
Okay. Well, if you can download that and go live, let me know and I'll pop in with you.
Okie dokie, I will.
and help you.
And I'll take a picture of that Gracewood tomorrow for you and send it to you.
Yeah, and I got some pictures. I'll take some pictures, see if you can't help me with those bushes. See what
Okay.
they are. Okay.
Okie dokie, honey. Have a good night.
You too. End stream.
Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
Bye.